My God, my heart beats.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Kakake Coffee with Google Christine Frick. Today, I have a very super special person on my interview session. She's also my very dear friend and a very great coach of mine. I have been working with her for the last 3 months or so, and life changing. That's all I can say. It's like so anyway, without further ado, or however you say it, without further blah blah from my side, I gonna ask her 3 questions. So hello Mara, how are you? That's not the question, but anyway, how are you?
I'm really glad to be here. Thank you so much. I'm kind of joyful right now, and I'm expecting your question, please.
Awesome. Okay, question number 1, Mara. What are you doing and why?
Wow. So I'm going to answer general and then more specific. So I've been helping people really all my life because my journey began when I was really young, because I knew intuitively that what was around me, my family stories, and wasn't right. It didn't feel right to me. So I challenged the belief system in my family really when I was like 14 and 15. And I went through a healing journey when I was 20 because I got really sick in my soul, in my mind, and of course in my body. And I never stopped searching ways to become who I'm really am and to get really connected with life. So I went through different stages, and lately I help soul achievers, people that are really into impact the world, to shed off from our old identity and really open up to wealth, fulfillment, and new level of freedom that of course everything starts within. So I'm helping people to gain a healthy relationship with money first. So what is this money? And to connect with our potential and to understand the relationship that there is between our inside world and the outside. So this is what I'm doing right now.
Oh my God, I had all over goosebumps when you were talking. You are like beyond, honestly. It's amazing. Next question. Thank you. It's amazing. I mean, you've been life changing for me from the beginning. I met her. I met her, by the way, guys. I met her shamanic. She's also a shamanic practitioner. And we can journeys for each other. And I remember we met. It's really a funny story. I have to tell it. Sorry. We met in this retreat, in shamanic intensive course, and I was a grumpy old woman, like living on my own, and didn't want to share my space. And I was thrown in with Mara in the room, and I couldn't afford a single thing. And that's how, and it was the best time ever. Honestly, it was really cool having this time with me. Never gonna forget that. Oh yeah, Mara. Next question. What was your worst moment in life, like where you really like on the bottom of your life, darkest moment, and how did you get out of it?
Wow. I again have to go back. You know that there is this book, I remember who wrote it, but Poor Dad, Rich Dad. Yeah, you know Kiyosaki. Yeah, yeah. So I've been raised until when I was nearly 7 by my grandfather and grandmother, and I was really living a rich life. Was everything I want, I have it. So I really have this about, oh, it's so emotional. So I had everything. My mother, my grandmother, she was really treat me like a queen. I had everything. And when I was 7, I met my mother, and she was really in a situation of lack and limitation. So I start to live with my parents, and I was really a kind of different, completely different world. I really think that I make my decision to do something when I was really 7 years old. I could feel the pain, the suffering that my mother and my father didn't have the money. So I remember that once I went to the shop and I saw a small chocolate. You can imagine how much can cost a small chocolate. And I couldn't really resist. And I went back, and my mother, she was counting the rest of the money. She said, yeah, but there is, I don't know, like 10 penny missing. And I was like, yes, I bought a small chocolate. And my mother, she said, you know that we can't. And I was eating bread. She was sending me to the bakery to buy these huge bags of dry bread. And I was telling that we had dogs, but we didn't have dogs. We ate that every single day. Every single night was dry bread with a chocolate like, and was really tough. And when I was 14 and 15, I couldn't understand. For me, there was not a real reason why people, they were here on the planet to really live as my family was living. So working hard, I never saw my family happy. I never saw money in my family, really. If I'm thinking about it, I never saw money, the really material money, but money was really a present that you could feel in a really great, painful way. I could hear my parent, do you have money? No, we can ask. My mother, yeah, but I already asked her, you can ask. There was no joy. And I really believe that there I decided that I want to explore. I couldn't really accept that we are here to live that way, Chief. And I think, and that was when I really decide to explore life, and I reject that straight away. It was so painful, really, and it's still painful now because so many people are still living that. And to go back to your first question, Chi, why I'm doing that? I want to free people, Chi. We are living in an abundant world, and I know that is really annoying to hear this when we don't have the money to pay bills. I've been there. I saw my family, and my family, my father, he's 84, my mother, she's 75, and they are still living lack and limitation and pain, to the point where my mother, she's really ill like now, and I brought her supplement to get. She said, no, please, they are too expensive. And I said, I don't want that people live thinking that it's too expensive to get supplement. It's not, nothing is too expensive. Yeah. So I don't know if I answered your question,
yeah,
Chiba.
no, it's beautiful. Again, goosebumps. I can all over. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. It's very deep, and I only can agree. It's very ingrained, isn't it? It's so ingrained. This money fear, isn't it? I mean, I'm working with you, and now I'm so aware of my own ingrained, and how stressed out we get about it, and then how Mara shows really nicely how you can switch your panic of not having to actually having more than enough. And it's really beautiful how Mara can guide you through that. So that's really extremely helpful. And it's really amazing because and it's beautiful because yes, I agree. It actually we have it all, you know. It's like the whole energy crisis now, and if you know, if you know what goes beyond, you know, it gets enough. You understand? There's no, and it is. So I actually want to ask you 4 questions, Mara, because you in the subject about money, and because I just mentioned the energy crisis, and the whole propaganda about it, yeah, and I remember I said to you, I must upset about the corruption very at the beginning when we started to work, you remember, and in against corruption, there's no point of me getting angry about it unless we all unite and not pay the bills, but that's a different story. That's what I like to do, you know, to stop the corruption and the whole system. But what I want to ask you, Mara, so there are like millions, billions people out there right now, okay, and they are really hit with severe high living costs. I mean, my bill tripled, more than tripled, okay, in 1 month. So, you know, and it's like people struggle, okay, and struggle big time. Some people don't eat, so they can eat, or the other way around, or they walk, or I hear old people sleeping on the bus, so they have it warm. And I understand your concept, but is there any way we all, you know, because we all can work together and connected to overcome this? Because you know, it one thing is to think different, but how can we scratch it? Because the fear is everywhere coming. You understand? It's like, okay, you here, you think different, your life improving, but can you meet and there's the fear. So how can we united or as individual overcome this fear, this horror of existential fear?
Wow.
With this crisis going on.
Big question.
Yeah, I thought I because yeah, you're the right person.
Crisis exists if you believe that crisis exists. And one of the first things is really to understand there are different perspectives, and I will be really, really careful. And I will start to say that I don't intend to offend anyone. I've been there, as I told you, I know what means don't have money, and really my mission is to help people to gain a different understanding about what is money, yeah? Because it's our relationship with money that make money evil or our whatever, freedom channel or whatever. So we really have to understand that what we are living right now in our financial situation, it's a reflection. So we really need to step back and to really understand at deeper level that the so-called existence reality is energy. We really need to view life from the point of view of life itself. We need to stretch ourselves. So life is energy, and energy is information. It's like if in this small particle there is information carried around, yeah? So we are a mass of energy, and I don't want to open up this about it, you know, otherwise we take long time, but we are energy, that's it. So imbued in our DNA and in our cells, there is a piece of our mother and our father generation, yeah, what they went through. So their system, belief system, their experiences, we carry that in our body. This is what is called the subconscious mind. People that are getting really confused. My body is made by information. Here I have all the information that my mother and my father passed to me about my grandparents and so on. So when we, in the first year of our life, we collect information. We are like a sponge, yeah? We are in the yes moods. And then when we grow up is no mood, but we accept everything. So let's think about the money concept, yeah? So we don't get confused. So when we are small, the first thing that happened that we feel the energy, as I told you before, as I shared with you before, of our own family. Like in my family was like, if was a color was gray, and there was really kind of this pain of lack and limitation. You could feel it. There was no joy. There was not abundance. Yeah. So we feel that, and that feeling is energy that starts to get into our own system, because when we are newborn baby, we are full of life. Yeah. And then we start to look what's happening in our family. So as soon as we see our parents coming back, so they go to work for money. So we start to link money, work, okay, but they are joyful when they come back, or they are tired. So we start to tell ourselves stories about that money, yeah? And we start to accept the fact that if we want to survive, we have to work certain hours for a certain pay, so we are able to pay rent. And now I want to ask you, all of you that are watching this, do you really believe that your God, and now I want to ask you this powerful question, who is your God? And really take this question and find the answer. Because if you are listening and you don't question yourself, you don't change. So do you really believe that your God, call it as you want, creative power, put you here to really struggle and to pay bills and to pay rent? And I really want that you answer. And I'm sure that you don't believe that. But maybe you are in that situation right now, you are struggling to pay bills, etc. Why is that? Because we collect beliefs, a belief system, yeah, from our old generation back and from our family. So this system, it's energy information. So we are creating that. We are thinking that. Is like if we have the belief system inside us is thinking through us and is creating that kind of reality. So like, let's say when I was 20 and my friend, they were sharing their time to get paid every single month, I didn't accept that. I never worked once. Yeah, I never accepted, because for me was unacceptable to work 40 hours doing night shift working for 1,500. I was thinking different. I was challenging myself. I was thinking, yeah, but I could sell coconuts on the beach. Yeah, getting sunshine, meet people. Yeah. So we need to really ask ourselves, do I really believe that my God brought me here? No. Yeah. So it is possible. So we open up a space that my money situation, financial situation, work situation is linked with what I believe is true. Yes. Am I open to experience something different? Can I open myself just to the ideas that there is another way? You know, so I lose myself up. I just suppose, yes, of course. Can I find the answer? Yeah. Do I respect myself enough to find new ways? Yes. Why is possible that some people love what they do? They become a channel for money and wealth. They are giving money, talent, time away. Why? What is the reason? What is the difference between me and them? There is no difference between you and them. There is a difference if you think that they are lucky, that they, I don't know, they have a different kind of gods. Yeah, but there is no difference. So it's a choice. Everything began from a choice to question our own reality. And really, this is really powerful. And for me, again, is to really question our connection with our source, with life itself. We made up lack and limitation. We made up that money is so important. Yes, of course, it's important because it's giving me the freedom of choices. But I like to question, and I am a free thinker. What if tomorrow morning, because money does not exist, it's just a number on here. So people that they have plenty of money and people that they don't have money, they have problem with money. It sounds ridiculous, but it's so. We are prisoners because we have an unhealthy relationship with money. So people that they have money, they are worried about tomorrow. What if tomorrow I wake up, I don't have money? Possible. Of course it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
And people that they don't have money, they are struggling to pay bills. So again, yeah. So we need to become a thinkers. So stretch ourselves and ask, what if my God is a good God? What if I'm doing something that is not right? Can I open myself up to the possibility that my life is unfolding better and better, even if right now I don't see how? Of course you can. And when you do this, your life starts to shift straight away. Of course, then we have to discipline our minds, our way of thinking, to learn about our energetic body, but we have to learn and to become better. It's a journey, a healing journey. We can
have to make the choice, isn't it? We have to make the decision, go open up and go be willing to go the other way. This way can work for no one, right? It doesn't work for, let's be honest, the matrix doesn't work. Capitalism, whatever the system, clearly doesn't work, okay? So why not get the other way, right? We have a choice.
We have a choice because money is an extension of who we are. It's our relationship with money. I'm not my money. I'm not my car. I'm not my home. Yeah. So the problem is that we are attached to that. And that it doesn't mean that you don't have to have money. Yeah, but I'm not there. So we have to make a clear distinction and to find new ways of thinking, feeling, and really get rid of all the limiting belief that money is our God. No, money is my servant. I'm the goddess. You are the God and you are the goddess. Money are my servant.
Nice. Nice. Beautiful. Thank you. So last question. It's a bit more big. But I kind of love it. I don't know. It's just so. Imagine, Mara, today is your very last day. Okay, you know you're gonna die. This is it. I'm sorry. I can wish it, but hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. But anyway, so imagine you're on, you know, I don't know, you sit on the veranda with your partner and you know you're gonna die and you look out on your vision, on your beach, on your beautiful view, and you know, and you take a deep breath. What would you say? What's your last quote for the world?
I want to say that this one is my daily practice, Chi, since I was 14. What if I'm dying tonight, to this evening? What I will say to the world?
What would you tell people? What would you, like your last sentence, if you want to put it like that? Like, yeah.
A big love, really.
Big love.
Just to, get easier, relax, and love. Yeah. I don't have anything to say, just like I dream my last moment like that. I'm just laughing, looking at people, just laughing. It's a game. When you really understand that life is really an energy game and that we made up all this struggle, really. I know that it sounds hard to accept, but it's the truth. And that when we get more relaxed and when we nurture our connection with the source, and when we really understand how we are creating what we are creating, and we tap into our inner knowing that everything is possible, and that in doing so we have more fun, and freedom and understanding and connection. That's it.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Mara.
Thank you
for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna stop the recording. I have a quick chat. Feel like
and my English was good, yeah.
Beautiful, yeah. Mara is in Italy, guys, by the way, before I stop the recording. Her English is perfect. And yeah, I'm gonna put the link in, her name, so if you want to get in touch with her, please do so.
Please do it.
She's here to help. All right, Mara.
Thank you so much. Thank you.